right, this is our final review video, and we'll be going over Chapter 9. I will not be going over Chapter 10 since that was our recent chapter, but if you have questions on Chapter 10, please let me know. Actually, I will be going over a little bit. I'm going to take it back. I am going to go over a little bit of Chapter 10. Okay, so here we go. We have the following questions. We are solving the following inequalities for a given variable and represent all the solutions on a number line. So here we go. For this one right here, I'm solving for m. So I'm going to start with a. I'm going to solve for m. So I'm going to add 8 to both sides of my equation because I want m all by itself. I get 10 is less than 2m. And if I would divide both sides by 2, I notice that 5 is less than m. Now I'm going to actually have to write a number line. I'm going to make a quick one right here. Here is 0. Here is 5. Notice my inequality does not have an equal sign, so I'm going to put a nice open circle because it doesn't include that, but that is my boundary point. And then my arrow is going to go to the left, representing all the numbers on the number line. Oh, actually, I did that one wrong. Let's take that back. We want all the numbers where m is greater than 5. So it's going to go the other way. So my m numbers are all the numbers that are greater than 5. Okay, so that's what you'll be doing for these particular inequalities here. And let's see here. For this one, it looks like it's the same. Solve the following. Justify your steps. Explain or justify your steps for part A. That does not make any sense. So just solve the inequalities. Just like what you did up here, solving for x, and then doesn't say to draw a number line, so maybe now you don't have to. All right, look at that. Ooh, look at this. Solve the following inequalities for x and draw on a number line. Well, that one you have to because it tells you got to. Okay, didn't get out of that one, kids. Now notice you have these bars right here. These are called absolute value bars. Let's go ahead and do B together so you have an understanding what to do. Notice that my -3 is outside of those bars. If it's inside those bars, we'd have to solve this a different way. Because with it outside, I can add 3 to both sides of the equation. So I get the absolute value of x is equal to 7 plus 3 is 10. But what does that mean? It means the absolute value of x. So that means x can equal 10 or x can equal -10. So remember that when you graph this, where we have 0, we have 10, and we have -10. These are the only two solutions on the equation, on this number line. There will be no other solutions. There's nothing in between. X is only equal to 10 or -10 because we're looking at the absolute value. Remember, the absolute value is the distance from 0 to our number in either direction. Let's see if I can get rid of that silly thing. Okay. So that is that. Here you have another one where you're solving the inequality, but with the same kind of thinking where you subtract 3 from both sides. And it also wants you to represent your number on a number line. If you need to, grab a ruler if you want your number lines nice and straight. Okay. This next one, write an inequality represented by the graph at the right. Write an inequality represent the situation below. Okay, that's good. So this one right here, write inequality represent your graph at the right. I don't see a graph here, so make sure you cross that one out. I'm not sure what you're even supposed to do there, so make sure you cross that one out. All right, graph and shade the solution for the system of equations below. I'm going to do this one with you. I think it's important that you guys see me do another one of these. Some of you are still having a hard time with these, and that is okay. So these are linear equations. It's y equals, this is my m value, this is my b value, okay? There's my slope, my y-intercept. Here is my m value, here's my b value. Remember, b is where I start, m is how I grow. So I'm going to do this one first. I'm going to do this in, let's see what color I'm going to do this one in. I'll do this one in red so it's easy to see. So this one's going to be in red. I'm going to start at 4, positive 4. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 4. There is my first dot. Remember, I only need 2 coordinate points before I can connect and make a line. It says to go up 3 to the right 4. So I'm going to go up 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I'm going to put my second dot. Now, because I have a greater, or y is less than or equal to, this is going to be a nice solid line. And then lastly, I need to test my favorite point. Remember, my favorite point is at 0, 0. So when I put in 0 for y and 0 for x, end up with 0 is less than or equal to 4. Is that true? It sure is. I hope so. So since y is less, or excuse me, since 0 is less than or equal to 4, since it's true, my arrows are going to go towards my favorite point. All right, so now let's do the second one, and we're going to do the second one in purple so you guys can see it really good here. So I'm starting at +1. There's my start. I'm going to go down 1 to the right 2. So down 1 over 1, 2. Put my point right here. This one does not have an equal sign, so I'm going to have a dotted line through my points. And when I put in 0, 0 for this, I get 0 is greater than or equal to 1. That is false. Because it's false, my arrows are going to go away from my favorite point. All right, and you are done. You have now graphed and shaded. If you don't understand what it means by shaded, it means I'm going to shade the region where the arrows are going towards each other. So there's my shaded region. And remember, the shaded region, or anything in the shaded region, is a solution for both of these equations. All right. We're still solving more inequalities. I hope you guys will have such good good practice with that. And that is it for that chapter 9. All right. And I said I was going to do chapter 10, but I actually might do that in person. All right, guys. Hopefully you guys are having a better time with this. Ask me questions. Otherwise, good luck on the final.